from the CCI Professional Partners with Bill Calhoun from ServiceMaster of Oakville for ToolTALK. Bill, tell me a little bit about your company and what the services are you provide.
Thanks, Gail. ServiceMaster Oakville is a full restoration type contractor. We're an authorized insurance provider, and we do a lot of work aligned with Agents Council and other insurance companies. We're the contractor that comes out if you have a flood or a fire, and we respond by doing emergency services.
All right, and so what should a customer look for when trying to source a vendor in your line of work?
I think one of the things that's really important is that you look for vendors that are CCI-GHC accredited and that they have knowledge about the condominium way of handling claims, because it's such a niche type of industry to be in, and knowing how standard unit definitions work so that when a contractor comes and does work for a condo, they know what to do and what not to do.
So being familiar with the corporation documents, standard unit bylaw, different things like that.
Yes, that's really important, because you don't want the contractor to start ripping out carpet and meanwhile it's not even a responsibility for the condo.
Correct. All right. So what tips would you give your clients throughout the 4 different seasons?
Oh, well, we're experiencing it right now with winter weather where you have snow buildup. You really have to watch out for ice damming. So for townhome condo corporations, they may look to, if they know historically they have ice damming on a row of townhomes and they see the ice building up and they see all the snow in the roof, get the snow cleared off the roof before it creates expensive damages inside. I think it's also important that you reach out to the community of unit owners so they know how important it is to maintain consistent heating in vulnerable areas, because with the cold snap we've got, we're going to burst pipes in a lot of places you wouldn't expect to see, but people aren't keeping their heat as high as normal, and therefore with this type of weather we're having, that creates burst pipes. In the spring, it's important to make sure that there's not a lot of snow buildup around foundations. Make sure that the foundations and the ground around it is sloped away, because you'll have a lot of high water table in the springtime. In the summer, it's important to know that there are literally storm watches and storm warnings, that you can keep an eye out for tornadoes. You can keep an eye out for something more common that's happening with climate change, is significant rain events. And you can get those warnings in advance, and you might think, well, what can you really do? Well, you can align yourself with the contractor to make sure that they're ready to help you if your building needs help.
So like a preventative planning would be good.
Correct.
Okay. What do you suggest a customer avoids when using your type of service?
I think that it's important that you align yourselves with contractors that are specialized for the condo marketplace. To my point earlier, they really need to know how condos work. And I find that we sometimes come in after a situation where we've been asked to step in and the contractor didn't know what they were doing, or they weren't really actually a qualified emergency type contractor.
Yep. Okay, so what is something a customer might not think of related to your company's service?
Again, it could be that not maybe knowing the resources of the contractor they're about to use. Do they have resources to be scalable? And if you have a major event or a major disaster, will they have the resources to actually be able to handle that?
Okay. And are there common mistakes that you've seen customers make in your industry?
I think, again, that would be probably along the lines of not having an emergency response plan in place. Maybe not so much a full-out written plan, but at least the knowledge about where are your water shutoffs, who are the main trades that you can call on emergency speed dial, those types of things.
Would it be worth sending that kind of information to you ahead of time before an emergency hits, so you have that on file?
It's funny how all managers are always so busy all the time, but we've often been a proponent in our tool talks about emergency response planning. And I think it's really important that property manager and condo boards know about how they can prevent damages from being a lot worse by planning in advance before a disaster occurs.
Great. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.